Everybody's been talking about Dwayne Wade's statue, and I decided to give my thoughts about it since it's been talked about all day today, since it's a relatively quiet basketball news cycle. So this is like dominating the headlines in the basketball world. And I have to say, this is a very laughable statue. When I look at this statue that they made of Dwayne Wade, the Miami Heat, this statue looks like an 80-year-old zombie version of Dwayne Wade. I'll repeat it again. It looks like an 80-year-old version of Dwayne Wade as like some kind of zombie. Like this does not look like Dwayne Wade of the current that we see here today, or or Dwayne Wade as a player. Just not even close. Like it just makes you wonder, like, who did the Miami Heat pay to make this statue? Who was the sculptor? Just this was a terrible job done. Just like this is like an F. This is like epic fail. When I look at the statue, it's just hysterical. And I just want to read the quotes Wade said about the statue. That's crazy. I can't believe that. Who is that guy? And I think Wade was honestly really saying that he couldn't believe that this guy is supposed to be him, but he didn't want to say it in a really offensive way to offend people. But I have to say, you could tell Wade was not happy about the statue. He just following this other quote. This is crazy. I wanted to feel this. Life goes by so fast, and it's very rare. And we get to feel things because we're always off to the next thing. So I didn't prepare much because I wanted to feel this, man. I wanted to look at it. That's basically him saying this statue is a piece of shit. I'm just shell shocked that the statue is such a gigantic piece of shit. I'm just speechless. I don't want to say anything right now that I would regret saying. I think that's really what Wade was implying, essentially. But I had to say, if I was in this situation and someone had botched up this poorly, I would straight up say the statue's garbage. I would say like, hey, I'm sorry to the Miami Heat organization, but my guys, you screwed up epically. This is not even close to looking like me. I don't know who this guy is. Just I would have said like this, that this is an epic fail. And I know it sounds cruel, but I wouldn't care if I offended them because I would be offended that they got it wrong this badly. That's just me, especially at this age. You know, I'm about the same age as Dwayne Wade. Just like once you get older, it's kind of like you have more of a filter. I feel that you just don't care. Just I would say more of not having a filter. Just I would have just been truthful. Just because this statue is shit. It's complete garbage. Just I look at some of these other statues that the NBA has revealed for different teams and different areas, and the Wade statue has to be probably the worst statue. I would say the Kobe Bryant statue is pretty bad too because it just didn't look good when they released it. It just was an odd pick. Just I get it. They want to honor just his wife, so she picked out that design. But man, that looked bad. This even tops it. I would say just I'm trying to think if there's any other ugly statues I see. Like I'm looking at this article has a ton of NBA statues, and most of them actually look pretty damn good. Like they got it right on most of these guys. I would say my personal favorite statues, I would say that stick out to me is the Dirk Nowitzki statue, the Michael Jordan statue, which to me is the greatest statue of all time. I know, ironically, he's also the GOAT. That to me is just like an amazing statue. I would say I don't like Shaq, but the Lakers statue of Shaq is a pretty damn good statue. Just they got it right. With his epic two-handed dunk, it looks just like him. You can tell that is Shaq in that statue. You look at some of these other team statues, and they did a great job. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, that looks actually like Kareem, just from the Lakers. And the Jerry West statue is surprisingly pretty good. I'm looking at the Jazz's Karl Malone statue. I don't like Karl, but that looks like Karl Malone. The Stockton statue is pretty great. That's definitely vintage John. To me, another underrated statue is actually the Wilt Chamberlain statue. Personally, I put that up there with the Jordan, Dirk, and Nowitzki statue. The Wilt Chamberlain statue actually looks pretty cool. It looks like some kind of mystical statue out of a video game or something. They got it really right with the Wilt Chamberlain statue. That might be that could compete with the Jordan statue. It would be close. I still give the Jordan statue the edge, but the Wilt Chamberlain statue looks pretty cool in itself. But I'm just using these examples to show you how badly they screwed up in this Wade statue. Like there's just no excuses for that. Wade, even though I don't respect him as a person off the court, I do think he's a weird guy. He's messed up and he has a lot of these issues. I do respect the basketball player in the sense that he was the second greatest Miami Heat player of all time after LeBron James. You base that on longevity and talent, and just he passes everybody except for LeBron. Even though LeBron had the short longevity there, just his dominance in those 4 years just can't be matched if we're being honest. But Wade's the second best player in Miami Heat history, and this is how you show him respect. You reveal a statue that, I don't know, a bunch of Walmart employees put together or something. This was just a terrible, terrible job by them, and they should feel embarrassed. Miami Heat should feel embarrassed for releasing the statue. If they were smart, they would get rid of the statue and just tear it down and build a legit statue that actually looks like Dwyane Wade. Just that's what they should do to gain some credibility back. But that's just me.